But she wasn't fleeing oppression, or rather her family weren't fleeing oppression, they were fleeing justice. They were fleeing their own people, holding them to account for the dictatorship that they had established. So you have people like the Omar family, and what do? Do they come to America and see America and go, okay, this is pretty cool. They're not oppressing each other. Let's be part of this. No, they go, hey, how can we oppress them?
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Ilhan Omar. Was she really just a refugee trying to escape oppression? Or was her family really trying to escape justice? That is what I'll be talking about today on Chat With Me, Linda B. All right, Warriors, you know what to do. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, select all notifications, stick around to the end. Let's go. Ilhan Omar, Congresswoman out of Minnesota, has been in the news cycle a lot. And I'm just realizing that it has not been over the past few weeks. She has been in this cycle over a couple of years, people saying she needs to be deported. That was because we had another president in office. Now we have President Donald J. Trump. Could she really actually be deported? Now let's talk about her family. Now, we already talked about the fraud with her brother and her changing her age and making it so that she's a year younger. Her father, he was part of a Marxist dictatorship. So it appears that Ilhan Omar's family did not just flee to America to escape oppression, but they fled to escape justice. I want to look into this. I want to share this with you guys. This is mind-boggling. You're going to want to stick around to the end. Let's watch.
Ilhan Omar is an example, okay? She comes from a family, and they call her a refugee who came from Somalia, right? They call her a refugee. Her family were the governing party, the Marxist Islamist government in Somalia, who were overthrown and then fled. Now, technically that makes her a refugee, but she wasn't fleeing oppression, or rather her family weren't fleeing oppression, they were fleeing justice. They were fleeing their own people, holding them to account for the dictatorship that they had established. So you have people like the Omar family, and what do? Do they come to America and see America and go, okay, this is pretty cool. They're not oppressing each other. Let's be part of this. No, they go, hey, how can we oppress them? You know, how can we bring Marxism to America? That's the thought process, and it may be a passive thought process, but it's the thought process.
Warriors, let's take a look here at this article, and I'll leave the link to the article in the description, but this is detailing what happened. It says Somaliland Article. Between 1981 and 1991, the Somali military, in which Colonel Nur Omar Mohammed, Ilhan Omar's father, served as a senior officer, executed a brutal and systematic campaign of genocide targeting the Isaac people of the modern-day Republic of Somaliland. This dark chapter in Africa's history, which was known as the Isaac Genocide, was a merciless military campaign that resulted in the unaliving of over 200,000 Isaac civilians. It also involved widespread forced displacement, scorched earth destruction of the second and third largest cities, serial bombardment of almost every other single city, town, and village of Somaliland, and 2 decades of large-scale Red Terror style tactics against the civilian population of Somaliland. It was carried out through relentless aerial bombardments, planes repeatedly, straight fleeing refugees, summary executions, burning of entire villages, deportations, land mining of water sources and homes. This is crazy. This is what got them over here. They were not fleeing oppression, they were fleeing justice. The people toppled the dictatorship and they fled. And now they're bringing that Marxist, supposedly that Marxist dictatorship away. Well, she is. Her father is deceased. He passed away in 2020. Trying to bring that over here to America instead of just enjoying her riches. No, she's made a lot of money allegedly. She's worth between $6 and $30 million in a very short period of time on a salary of $174,000 and sending money back home to terrorists. She is in Minnesota. That's in her district where all of that fraud has been taking place. She knows she's well aware of what is going on. And yes, she can be deported if it can be proven that she got her immigration status through fraud. And I think we have a lot of evidence of that. Okay, I can't believe this. Somebody left me a comment under one of my videos about this, and here it is right here. Burning entire villages, deportations, land mining of water sources and homes. I don't know how to pronounce this. Holodomor style government enforced man-made famines and the use of paramilitary units such as the Somali Armed Forces, composed of non-ethnically Isaac soldiers, to enact mass unalivings under Somalia's military direction, forced disappearances, looting, mass torture, mass surveillance, grape used as a weapon, curfews, and mass unalivings of civilians, even in areas with limited resistance or lawful liberation movement activities, such as in Berbera, where thousands of government soldiers were stationed. Isaac civilians across what was then the Somalia Republic were detained and executed in mass by Somalia government execution squads led by colonels like Ilhan Omar's father. He was a colonel. And these mass unalivings, getting rid of people, this torture, this evil, was led by colonels like her father. Now that explains why she is the way she is. Doesn't that explain it? This woman is rich. She's made a lot of money. She is saying, I am a naturalized citizen, but you can be denaturalized and you can face up to 10 years in prison. 10 years in prison. And that's if they can prove that things were fraudulent to cause her to be a naturalized citizen. The paperwork, the alleged marriage to her brother, all of this is fraud. And President Trump, I'm going to let you hear what he said.
The people from different countries that are not friendly to us and countries that are out of control themselves. Countries like Somalia that have virtually no government, no military, no police. All they do is go around killing each other. Then they come into our country and tell us how to run our country. We don't want them. They're not good countries. They're very crime-ridden countries. They're countries that don't do a good job. They're countries that don't register from the standpoint of success. And we, frankly, don't need their people coming into our country telling us what to do.
When you talk about
and I'm talking about like Somalia, where you have a congressman goes around telling everybody about our Constitution, and yet she supposedly came into our country by marrying her brother. Well, if that's true, she shouldn't be a congressman, and we should throw her the hell out of our country.
Please, guys, smash that like button if you like this content. Really helps the video go out farther into YouTube. You heard our president. Get the hell out. Out. We don't need people like this. Now, the media is going to spin this. I'm just telling you right now, because she is a person of color. She's not an FBA foundational Black American, but they're going to say they're just doing this to her because she's African, she's a person of color. No, there is proven fraud on so many levels. And then to find out that her father was part of this major, one of the leaders, and taking the lives of thousands of people under a dictatorship, a Marxist dictatorship, Ilhan Omar's father. And now it all makes sense. Warriors, what do you think about this? Guys, that's amazing. I am just mind blown. I'm just mind blown. Absolutely mind blown. Tell me what you guys think about this. Don't forget to give me a like, comment, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, make sure you select the all notification bell. You'll all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.